What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? I'm sorry for being late. Having a little bit of technical difficulties and everything. What's going on, Sarah? What's going on, Queen? You doing all right? Hope everybody's doing well. Man, time went by fast, y'all. Golly, time went by fast. The weekend, gone before I had a chance to even blink my eye good. Oh my goodness. But anyway, hey, that's how it is. Time going by fast, y'all. I don't know if anybody noticing, but I know I'm noticing how fast it's going by. I mean, I had to find out what the day was really. My days had got gone on me. It sure did. But anyway, it didn't get gone too far. I'm still here. I'm blessed. What's good, y'all? Man, we got a lot to talk about. Yeah, let me get started. But yeah, y'all have some technical difficulties over here. Up in the castle up over here, we have technical difficulties, but I want to get it straightened out with my son. I have to ask my son so I can get it together. I don't know what happened. Anyway, man, Miss No finally got together, and she was finally able to inbox me. She's a sweet lady. Let's see here. Okay, so let's check out Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, a sweet guy. If he's a sweet guy, why can't he keep a woman? Let's find out how sweet he is.
This is NBA Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal. Recently, Shaquille was in Staten Island, New York, and as he was driving around Staten Island, he had to use the restroom. They stopped. The first place they could find was this local bridal shop. So he goes into the bridal shop, uses the restroom. When he comes out, people start to recognize him, speak to him. He takes a few photos, normal celebrity stuff. Then, as he's about to leave the bridal shop, he stops, turns back around, and then something extremely interesting happens. He walks up to the counter and talks to the first person that he sees that works there, and he says, "Every single person in here today that's buying a bridal dress, I'm picking up the tab." And that's exactly what he does. He pays for everyone's dress that was in the bridal shop that day.
They said the Shaq was a nice, generous man. But why is he alone, though? Why don't he have a woman that's standing by him? That was a nice thing for him to do. That's cool. Man, being somewhere just in the right place in the right nick of time. That was cool, man. That was real cool. I like that. I really do. But yeah, they are on Obama. Obama messed around and said the wrong thing. Let me see on the podcast. Let's check it out. We'll see what Obama said.
Now it feels like you're asking for it. So just recently, Barack and Michelle Obama would go on a podcast where they would address their recent divorce allegations. In the midst of discussing the allegations, Barack Obama made the claim that young boys need a gay man in their life for guidance and that only having a father around isn't enough. He believes being around gay men helps young boys develop a broader perspective. But is that not what a mom and dad is for? I mean, your household had only one father in it, right? I'm not going to say what everyone else is thinking, but y'all pay attention to this interview and let me know what you think about it down below.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be
everything. He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Boy, and when Obama said that, social media went crazy. They went out their mind. Check it out. No, that's no.
On May the 6th of 2016, President Obama sent a letter to every school district in the United States. And President Obama said, every child has a right to use the bathroom of the gender that they identify with. And President Obama threatened the state departments of education. If you don't let transgender children use the bathroom of the gender they identify with, we will cut your funding. We will cut your money. We will cut your grants. And so Barack Obama, more than any other politician in the world, fed the transgender movement.
So they're saying basically Obama is the cause of all of this. He's the cause of all of this. And how can you have it's okay to have a second man in the household? And because he had somebody who was a yag and helped raise him when he was young, he feel like that should happen in our household with young boys. See what I'm saying? What make him think a boy need another man in his household trying to raise him? Don't nobody need nobody trying to raise him with one person only, with two people, their mom and dad. But you gonna let another man come there and try to raise your household and undermine what you done said and what you want done in your household and where you want to raise? Hey, nah, ain't nobody going for that. Anyway, these young men, they on his head. Check it out. Social media.
Respectfully, actually, fuck that. What the fuck is Obama talking about? This nigga just got on national television, sat across from Michelle Obama and said, every boy needs a DL whisperer in their life. I don't want to get community guidelines, so what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, if as a man you need another perspective on what it's like to be that kind of man. Nigga, if I'm not gay, what the fuck do I need to know? Who is running these niggas? Who is running this show? Like, this has got to be some type of puppeteer show or something going on. Like, niggas have to be reading from a script at this point. What the fuck are you talking about? Every young man needs to get... whatever you don't get you from your father, you get it from your mother on the feminine side, where you learn how to be more in touch with your emotions and your understanding. Like, why do I need a gay nigga to tell me anything about my fucking self? You weird ass nigga. Whatever them niggas was telling you, or whatever Mike be telling you, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with the rest of America, bro. The last thing we need is a gay nigga giving us advice.
Boy, they on Obama's head. They on his head. Yeah. How you gonna tell somebody they need somebody to come there and help raise their household? Now he overstepped his boundaries then. A lot of men on social media, he got a lot of backlash. They didn't go for that. They didn't like that. But how you gonna? But any man, a yag or any man, how you gonna have any man come there and raise your household? So you gonna have two men and a woman in the household raising your kid, raising one kid. When the dad ain't there, you got another man you can count on to help raise your man. Now I don't know what man would go for that. What woman would go for that? and need to be a yag on top of that. Obama done lost his mind, but he getting about he getting a lot of backlash, and he getting it good. Yeah, Sarah said, wow. They on Obama head for that. They on him for that. That's something that he shouldn't even say it on his podcast. I never checked Obama podcast out. I didn't even know he had a podcast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know he had one. I never checked it out. I never heard anybody talk. I never heard about. Yeah, I heard about talking about it one time when they talking about Michelle brother. Michelle brother looked like a girl and Michelle looked like a boy. I remember that. And talking about the podcast, but I never checked the podcast out. I heard anybody that I know of say they even went to watch or listen to the podcast. I don't know, but I know they got a bunch of backlash on that part. That was something right there. He shouldn't even never say it. Man, how crazy is that? Now, I'm sitting giving y'all butts. I'm giving your butt. I've told y'all, if you've been over here long enough, I've been saying it for years. Watch your surrounding. Watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. Check it out. Y'all, I done told y'all.
Women and kids have been missing for years. No one talks about it, but it is a high...
Yep, and they coming in our neighborhoods. In fact, 3 Africans was trying to attempt to snatch my sister a couple of weeks ago from her place where she's living. Yep, you heard that. 3 Africans. Yeah, they not us. They was in a van that looked like this. She said it had green stripes. 1 was driving and 2 was in the back. My sister said she had just got off the E-way and they had followed her home. But she was on the phone, so she was a little distracted, but she was kind of like paying attention at the same time. My sister said she pulled up in the alley because this is where she parked her car in the garage. She got to go through the alley. That van followed her in the alley. My sister then pulled up in front of her garage. She waited and was trying to see what they was doing. I guess they was waiting to see if she was going to get out, but she didn't get out the car. The van ended up pulling off, I guess because she didn't get out the car. My sister just so happened to go to the front of the building. And this is when she saw one of the men coming out of her gate from the building where she's staying at. He then hopped in the back of that van, and there was another man in the back. This is what my sister realized, that was the same van that was just in the back of the alley. So I'm guessing their plan was to try to wait for my sister to come out that garage and go into her place where she's staying so they can try to snatch her. 3 Africans in a white van with green stripes in the Lawndale area. And this was around 11 o'clock at night, so they figure people don't be out watching. But y'all need to start watching each other. Look out for your surroundings because they out here trying to snatch our women and children. This was just a couple of weeks ago. Now, not too long ago, I heard about a woman in that same area that said like an Uber or Lyft driver tried to take her grandson right in front of her. Stop playing, y'all. Get on y'all shit and start looking out for each other. Peace and love. I need y'all to repost, share.
Man, say, don't I always, Sarah, you been here. Don't I always say watch your surroundings? Haven't I always said that? I've always said that. Man, I've always said watch your surroundings. I've always said, watch your surroundings, watch your surroundings, watch your surroundings. Man, these folks is out of control. 3 Africans. But she's on that phone, but I'm glad she was alert. Yeah. I'm glad she was alert, though. Yeah. I'm glad she was alert. She's on that phone, but she was alert, though. But I would have never took them to my house. I would have never led them to my house. Once I was seeing somebody following me, I wouldn't even turn in my alley. I wouldn't even turn down the street. I would have went somewhere else. They can be still watching her. Or come back. Shit. Well, you don't know. But I know I wouldn't have led them went down no alley. to where I stayed at, put in my backyard driveway. Shit, I wouldn't have did that. Would you do that, Sarah? Would you have done that, Sarah? Or anybody in the chat, would you have done that? I know what in the world. I would know them following me, and I take them to my house. Your street, where you live, to your house. I would have never did that. No. I wouldn't done that. I wouldn't done that. No, I wouldn't did that. I wouldn't done that. No, men would come here. Right. But I'm just saying that if you see a car following you, you gonna go to your house and pull in your driveway? Isn't that showing them where you stay at? Or I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would have. I don't know. Not until I know him. I don't know. I think I would. I think me. It just me. If I was somebody follow me, I wouldn't have went home. I think I would went somewhere else, or down another street, or took them for a ride. Took their ass for a ride. You know, I don't think I went to my house. No way, drive off and go to the police station. Yeah, that's right. I would. Right, Sarah. Right. You're right. I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't have went home, because you showing the kidnappers where the hell you stay at. And they might not got you then, but it could be another day to come back through again. Can get you one of your kids, or you snatch your husband. They kidnap men. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with the men's arguments. They kidnap men. They kidnap more women, but they kidnap men too. But I wouldn't have took them to my house, to my designate where I lay my head at. I don't believe. Once I noticed him in my rearview mirror following me, I would call my husband or call somebody, whatever, and tell them somebody's following me. I wouldn't took them jokers to my doggone house. They're just me. But other people think other way, other kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Other people think other kind of way. Maybe she just didn't think about it. You know, sometimes you be in a moment where you just can't think. You know what I'm talking about? You got the your mind ain't thinking just as quick as you need to be thinking. You know what I'm talking about? It be like that sometimes. It be like this sometimes. Yeah. Did y'all know that they was trying to build a city in North Carolina and they got canceled? When I ran across this, and I usually don't watch videos without you all, but when I ran across this right here, I checked about a minute of it out. I didn't go too deep into it. So let's check it out.
You ever heard town? It was proof that Black power scares the system, and echoes of hoodoo were the smoke rising from everything they tried to burn. We tell the stories they buried and build the legacies they thought we'd forget. If you felt this, if you learned something, if your spirit stirred while listening, don't just like it, teach it. Drop that word in the comments. Teach. Because when you teach, you turn memory into medicine, and that's how we rise.
Wow, that was deep. Can you imagine they had a city that was trying to be built in North Carolina and everything got knocked down? Man, I wonder how many people in North Carolina even know that. Do they know how deep the roots go there with them? I wonder. Yes, Sarah, wow. I wonder, do they even know that? I wonder how many people in North Carolina even really just took the history up, because they just got their first hospital in one little town. They didn't have a hospital there. You know, North Carolina is not what they try to say it to be. North Carolina really, to me, is basically a poor state. North Carolina got that many stores and nothing like that. North Carolina is a poor state. It's a state where a lot of blacks is you know, migrated to. But yeah, North Carolina, ain't nothing in North Carolina. Nothing. I be trying to tell my cousin, don't move there, don't move there, don't go, don't go. But he's gonna be moving for other purposes. But anyway, but yeah, that's basically that's it. But y'all, now they got flesh-eating bacteria out that's happening in Montana. I mean, Panama. At first, I'm like, oh, that article can't be real. But I keep seeing the same article from different people in different places. So let's check out the flesh-eating article.
So they're not telling you that in Panama City, Florida, 4 people passed away from a flesh-eating bacteria that was in the water. If you live in Panama City, if you plan on vacationing to Panama City, then you need to hear this. So in Bay County, Florida, 4 people have lost their life to this flesh-eating bacteria. And guess why? From being in water. And it seems like water is the hot topic in America right about now. All of these floods, people losing their life in water. People drowning, people losing their life in water. Flesh-eating bacteria, people losing their life in water. So before this flesh-eating bacteria was confirmed, they were saying it was for people who had open wounds, people who had diabetes. But now they're definitely saying this is from a flesh-eating bacteria. So this is basically Vibrio vulnificus. You see this bacteria in brackish water, warmer waters. And what they're saying is that Florida is the description of this type of water. They're also saying that one of the main reasons why this is happening is because of climate change. And then they're also saying that you see a heighten in these type of conditions after hurricane. And we all know what's been happening with hurricanes and storms. Needless to say, if you are in Florida, please pay attention before you get into those waters, because you don't want it to be your last time getting into those waters. I'm out.
I'm scared of water right now out there in the water. But with Panama, I'm nowhere near them, so I'm not even worried about that, right? But the ones who are, got in that damn water, that flesh-eating bacteria water, come out and be missing some limbs. Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm telling you, this water, what's going on with the water? He said, you know what's going on with the water? What's going on with the water? I've been trying to figure it out. I've been seeing some crazy things happen, like what they said what happened to Malcolm Jamal Warner, and you know, they be saying, you know, certain animals been coming to shore out the beaches and stuff, and the whales been coming up off the beaches, and one time a bird came out the water, and I mean, it been some strange things going on with that water. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't know about the states over that way, but like I said, I have seen several articles about it, you know, about what was going on. So I'm like, well, maybe it's a conspiracy theory. Then I'm like, well, maybe it's not. You know, when I seen it on my Google News, I'm like, maybe it's not a conspiracy theory. Maybe, you know, maybe it really did happen. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, you know. But you know, hey, each to his own. But hey, they just educational purposes only over here. That's the only thing I can tell you. Yep, educational purposes over here only. That's the only thing I can tell you. Just imagine being a white couple and they take you to be a black couple, a black family. Being a white family, but taking you to be a black family. And how people's lives just start. Check it out. We're gonna talk about that.
Do you think that these people are black or are they white? I want you to look at their photos closely and ask that question. This is the Platt family, and for generations they were classified as white. They went to all-white schools, they lived in all-white communities. That was until the sheriff looked at them and determined that they were Negroes because of their dusky skin color and broad noses. And just like that, overnight, their neighbors and friends threatened to burn their house down. They called the landlord and threatened to burn their house down. Their children were expelled from school. And in 1955, Ebony Magazine did a story on them. They had to move to a part of Florida in a home that had no hot running water. And they refused to send their children to a black school. They petitioned the state of Florida. This is an exact quote. They wrote to the governor of Florida and said, if the children never see the inside of another school, they will not go to a Negro school. The parents insisted that they were a mix of Native American and Irish, and they insisted that they had no black blood at all. They had to go to court to get their children back into the school that they wanted them in, and they had to prove that they were not black. The school board said that they had proof that at one point the family was considered Croatan Indians. Croatan Indians were considered a mixed people, mix of African, Native, and white. Eventually the courts did rule in their favor and say that the kids could go back to the school that they wanted to and that they were not black.
Now, what pissed me off about this story right here, all because a sheriff started a rumor that they was white and that they was black. They got put out of the schools. They had to move to a crummy house because of one person started a rumor. See how motherfuckers just started damn lies and man saying, see, let's talk about it. See how people just started lies. That man started that rumor, started that lie because of the color of their skin. He must have been an old pale ass white man. Maybe their skin was an olive color or something like that. I mean, I don't know. You know, what's considered white? How white do you got to be to be considered white? How white of a skin tone color do your skin got to be considered a white person? What's the tone? What is the color of a white person? Now it's making me wonder. I see the color white. But since he put it like that, what is the color of a white person? Since he won't put it like that, they gotta be only one certain color, not the color that he is, cause he's white. The tone of him. What is the tone color of a white? What is the shade color of a white person? Cause I see all different tones of color of whites. I see olive white, white, pale white, shit. Tone white. Sarah, what is the color of a white person? What's the tone of a white person? What is it? What does a white person look like? It made me wonder. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought. So why would they put them people out of school and they couldn't stay there and they had to move to somewhere else because they weren't considered as being black because of the shade of their damn skin. And the way that you said dick nose and the wideness of their nose. That's crazy. See how rumors get started for one person, the sheriff? How does sheriff get that rumor out spread like that to the whole community like that? One sheriff. He must have been doing a lot of talking and a lot of tickling, tackling around to be a sheriff. They should have got rid of his ass. He wasn't no good. He was bad. He was bad for the force. Bad for the force. I mean, bad for the force. Man, that's crazy. No, that ain't cool. Ruin them folks' life like that. Had them in shambles like that. And then once it was proven that they wasn't black, now they can go back to school. And just say, for instance, the daddy said, well, I'm going to let my kids go ahead and go to a black school. Wouldn't they? I wouldn't let my kids go to a black school because they'd be proving a point to him. Well, yeah, told you the kids is black, told you the kids is black. I wouldn't let my kids go to school because I say my kids is white, my kids is damn it, my kids is white. And you got one sheriff around there talking about they ain't white because of the wideness of their nose and the color of their skin. Had them folks in all kind of shambles like that. That ain't make no sense. A lie, boy. I tell you, boy, a lie can spread around like that, boy, quick. I wonder how long did it take for that lie to get around in the community like that? I wonder. How long did it take? And how long did it take for them to prove that they was white people? They wasn't African American or no of a race. I wonder how long did they have to go through their pain, of trying to prove they said to them by they wasn't black. So in the meanwhile, where they weren't going to school, I wonder were they taking home, were they getting home lessons at home, just taught at home, or what they was doing, to pass their time until they said they can go back to school. Once they would told me I can go back to school, I probably would say F school and F you too. Gonna take me out of school because one sheriff ain't happy with the color of our skin. He jealous of me and my brothers and sisters, of me and my siblings, just say siblings, and my mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's crazy. But I'm telling you, boy, live, boy, rumors. A person open their mouth and just start a rumor so fast. Just like here on, just like we prove it's a proven point here on YouTube, but it get around that fast in the city where you stay at, to affect where you live at and affect where you going to school at. That's crazy. I don't know if I would have went back over there with them people. I think I would. I don't think I would have went back over there. Let's go to commercial. He's serious when he come with a bonnet on his head. He's serious when he come with a bonnet on his head. I mean, he was serious. Man. he broke it on down like a 1 2 1 2. Hello, Miss Roxanne. Roxanne. Oh, Roxanne low key. Hey, baby, how you doing, Queen? You doing all right? Boy, that boy can get. Boy, he got a button. He come with button on his head. He's serious with button on his head. Oh, he for real. He come to get that. He ain't playing. No, he with a sister already. He ain't come to play. He ain't come to play. Yeah, he ain't come to play, baby. Nah, he ain't come to play, baby. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All is well. Yes, ma'am. All is well. Thank you for coming back. Strong support, baby. Sure appreciate you. Man. But y'all, y'all got to stay well. Hey, now, I'm going to show this right here. Now, he got a good question, and I'm going to ask y'all a question, too.
So, I was curious the other day and found this online. McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers in one single day. That's 195 million burgers a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see cows lined up around every corner waiting to be turned into patties. I mean, seriously, do the math. Even if you stretched one cow into a bunch of burgers, you're still talking millions of cows just to keep up every day. So I started asking myself, where are all these cows coming from? Is there some secret super ranch hidden underground? Are they growing cows in labs, cloning meat behind closed doors? People laugh it off, but think, when was the last time you even saw a cow farm big enough to supply this madness? And don't say imported beef, because even globally, the numbers don't add up smooth. And look, I'm not saying it ain't real meat. I'm just asking the question no one wants to. What the hell are we eating? Because if it ain't cows, then what is it? Remember, I'm not insinuating anything. I am simply asking a question. This is just...
Uh-oh. Let me ask a question. What the hell is we eating around here? All this hamburger meat at your house. You got the hamburger places, McDonald's, Wendy's sell a bunch of burgers. So, question is, what are we eating around here? Man. And we are, and remember, I reported a while back how a bunch of cows had got burned up And how a while back after that, before that, a bunch of cows had passed away out in the heat. Remember that? And it was a lot of cows passed. So if all those cows passed like that, and I wonder how long do it take for a cow to mature? I wonder how long do it take for a cow to mature? That's a good question, huh? I wonder. Because even a cow, I've seen what a 1-year-old cow look like, and he not even, that cow is nowhere near mature to be even taken to be processed. Amen. That was earlier, but this is very true. They are stretching you with something, some feel to the top. I know. Cause man, and then get thinking about the meat that we eat in the stores that we eat from cows too. It's like, where are all these cows coming from? And how long do it take for a cow to mature enough to be processed in the system to be, to eat? I wonder. That's stuff make you think like, it make you want to start asking questions. You know what I'm saying? That start make them go fast. I think I like those chickens. Man, you think so, Roxanne? I ain't good. Man, I don't know. They shouldn't have with some. They give them some. They give them some kind of vaccine. They doing something with them to grow mighty fast and be eating like that. Cause you're right. They give them chicken them steroids and boy, and them chicken legs be thick. Them thighs be so doggone huge. I'm like, dang, it's a big old thigh. All right, Instacart and the produced chicken the shopper picked out was too big. Oh wow, it was. Yep. Like a huge chicken leg. I was like, what? Yeah, they doing something. Yeah, they putting steroids in the chicken. Yeah, and they always have to put them in incubator, trying to do new process and trying to get them to grow a different kind of way by putting them in incubators, trying to raise them by incubators. I'm like, that ain't gonna work, So and they start making me think they doing that, trying to make process and produce different meats in different kind of ways and make it produce it kind of early. I wonder, are we running out of meat? And they ain't just really telling us the meats is running out, and they ain't saying nothing. But I do remember a while back when all those cows came up unalive. I know about 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, what? Who unaliving the cows? What's going on? And then one while the chicken coops had caught on fire one time. The birds had caught on fire. So they damaging the food, and then the food that we do get processed out here to eat, they raising the price on it so high, we can't even eat the doggone meat because it's so doggone high. You can't get what you want, you gotta get what you got to get. And that's crazy. Sure, I can't. Have you seen China? They have a lot of fake meat and fruit. Yes, I watch China. Do you know I watch China all the time? I always watch those that we be having those food courts, be outside and be feeding people and stuff, and be eating outside, be feeding people on the streets and stuff. I watch it all the time, and I be like, what kind of meat is that? That meat sure is thick meat. And I'm like, even the chicken that they got over there is huge. I seen a lady put a piece of chicken on a man bowl, and that chicken was so doggone huge. I'm like, dang, what kind of chicken they over there producing over there in China? And government doesn't give a damn about it. It's disgusting. They were going to China. I know that meat. They yeah. I think they be. I don't know what I be seeing them chopping up with scissors and stuff, and they be eating that stuff, and they be buying that stuff. I'm like, what kind of meat is that? And I'm knowing it's not no cow. I don't believe it's no cow, no pig, or nothing that we eat over here in America. I don't know what kind of food they eat over there. They eat off the shore, I think. That's you said it's mystery meat, girl. The street food. That meat be chunky, and they be cutting that stuff up and taking scissors and cutting like a, I don't know what that was if one was cutting up, but she had to get the scissors and cut it up. I'm like, my goodness, what is she cutting up? What kind of meat they eating? The line was so long. I mean, the line was long. Man, it was long. It's chicken, they skin and cut it right there. I don't, Sarah. There was some big old meat. They had like some beef meat, some big old chunks of beef meat, and they eggs. I didn't see no white eggs. I seen brown eggs over there. They food is very different from ours, and I don't know if I could even get the taste of their food. I barely like Chinese food. I like shrimp fried rice and broccoli beef. Other than that, I don't eat no other kind of Chinese. I eat egg roll, with chicken egg roll. Other than that, I don't really food with Chinese food like that. I don't even eat that too often. That's every now and then a hit in the miss right there. I ain't gonna eat that too often because I don't know nothing about all that. Urgent is the reason I see his life is depleted so fast. I watch so many documentaries on Asia. They do too much over there. Hey, the way, I don't know. But you know what? I've been seeing, Roxanne, I've been seeing a lot of young people moving. I've been seeing a lot of black people. And I've seen some white people moving to Thailand. I guess how you said Thailand. How they say it, wrote off your tongue. But I've been seeing a lot of people move over toward that way. There's American people. I've seen this one girl, the last person I see move over there, and she always go live on TikTok. And she always showing over there, over in China where she is, like she just really love it. I mean, and my thing is, they have so much free stuff over there and do stuff differently. Don't mean that they're better than what's going on over here. Every place, every city and state, and every country on the show on the good parts what they want you to see. That's anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere else. I rather not be here. Right, so it's a she wouldn't rather be nowhere but right here in the United States. Yeah. Everybody got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, but I hadn't seen any hamburger meat, lab grown hamburger meat, so I guess the hamburger meat is is not in any trouble right now with it, as far as lab grown. You know what I'm saying? But let's check it out. This right here, y'all. Everybody's talking about this right here.
Adrienne Jones McAllister says her husband, Keith McAllister, died after he was sucked into an MRI machine at Nassau Open MRI in Westbury.
I'm not able to sleep. I'm barely eating. I just can't believe. I still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. He waved goodbye to me. And then his whole body went limp.
Adrienne said after she'd had an MRI on her knee Wednesday, she needed help getting up. She said she asked the technician to get her husband.
And I yelled out Keith's name. Keith, come help me up. Come help me up.
She said the technician went to get her husband and brought him into the room, despite the fact that Keith was wearing a 20-pound chain around his neck with a large lock that he used for weight training.
They were standing there laughing and joking before he even came to the table.
When Keith got closer to Adrienne to help her up, she said the unthinkable happened.
At that instant, the machine switched him around, pulled him in, and he hit the MRI.
Adrienne says she and the tech tried to pry Keith off the machine, but it was impossible.
I'm saying, could you turn up the machine, call 911, do something, turn this damn thing off?
Adrienne said that this was not the first time she and Keith had been to Nassau Open MRI, and she said he'd worn the big chain here before.
It's not the first time that guy has seen that chain. They had a conversation about it before. Oh, that's a big change.
Adrienne said Keith, a hardworking man who always gave his all, suffered several heart attacks following the incident. He was 61 years old.
And I loved him so much.
Reporting.
Now, is it me? Now, when I be going to the MRI, they said take all your jewelry off. Every piece of jewelry off. That's when you get in the machine. But he wasn't getting in the machine. Do you think it was some kind of malfunction that happened right then? Just a freaky accident? You know, something just happened freaking. Then she said the lock was a lock that he had when he worked out at the gym. And it was a pretty big lock. Well, dang, how big was that lock to have that much magnet to the MRI machine to yank him up and slam into the machine real hard? I mean, and I wonder how big of a person was he, because I'm thinking like it didn't slam him inside the machine. It didn't suck him inside the machine. It just hit him on the machine. He knocked him on the machine. Did it knock? It didn't knock him unconscious. It unalive him like that. I mean that's freaky. That's a freaky accident right there, man. And that's not the first time he been in that room with that necklace on. Wow. That's cold-blooded right there, man. Man, that's bad, bad. I saw this on a new article. HARASSED. Yeah, but am I right though? When you normally go in there, they tell you make sure you have all your jewelry. Take all your jewelry off, all your earrings, your necklace, your ring. They tell you take everything off, right? Ain't that's that machine, right? Off your back for your MRI. Man, 20 pounds can change things. Yeah, I know, right? And that had been thick. If my husband was calling for me, I can't say the first thing I would think of. Yeah, that was Fred. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. That's a machine. Okay. Man, that's a freaking accident right there, man. Man, he passed right there. That's crazy. So I wonder, is that a lawsuit for them? Is she gonna get a lawsuit? Okay, I'm back. I got kicked out of StreamYard. I don't know what happened, but I'm back. But yeah, let's see. I don't know what happened. Just got kicked out. StreamYard be tripping sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I know that woman hurt. She hurt. She sound hurt, and I believe that she got a lawsuit, and I believe that I believe that she gonna sue. She gonna sue. Once she get over that hurtness, and she gonna be getting her mad feeling. Yeah, she gonna do some suing. She gonna do some suing. And I hope they was really married and just with her husband, but still, common law marriage is considered as being married in some city and states. It don't even matter about, if you marry, you know what I'm saying? It be just her other half. Yeah, she should. She sure should. Yes, ma'am. She should sue. She should sue them people. I believe the machine had a default, some kind of default in the machine. That's what that was. Now let me just find out now. Now let's find out if it's true about my people.
So crazy. I wake up every single day, and before I leave the house and go anywhere in public, I load up my firearm for black people. Not saying that no other race won't do nothing or no shit like that, but ultimately, bro, I'm not worrying about a white nigga or a Mexican nigga when I go out in public. I'm worried about niggas, bro. Like, you might walk into a store and the nigga might look at you the wrong way, and now y'all niggas beefing just because this nigga looked at you the wrong type of way. Like, this shit is crazy as hell. Like, think about this shit, bro. Like, I can go somewhere and a white person will speak to you like, hey, how you doing? But you go anywhere and see a group of niggas, it like you automatically got to get on 10. Like, niggas damn near don't want to speak or none of that shit. Like, bro, this shit is crazy as fuck. What the fuck is wrong with us, bro? Like, this shit need to stop. Like, my nigga, I was just at the beach, right? And the little chick I was with, she had said some shit out the window, and the niggas heard it, bro. Like, it automatically became tension between us. Like, me and my homeboy got out of the car, and them niggas just looking, clutching and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy than a motherfucker. But you go out in public, every other race goddamn speak to you, but it's us that goddamn be trying to destroy each other, gang. That shit is wild as a motherfucker when you sit here and think about it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us, bro?
Now, I don't know what stores he be going to. Now, it's true. I don't know what stores he be going to. I'm saying it's sad but true. I don't know where he be going, but everywhere he got to go, he got to take his heat. Oh, man. Man. You can feel it. You can feel the air. You can feel the air too. You can feel it, Roxanne. Roxanne said she can feel it. She can feel it. She can feel it. Yeah, that's why I believe, y'all. This is why I think that we are overlooked on our hate crime, y'all. I take mine everywhere. I know that's right. This is why, they feel like we can take care of ourselves. I truly believe the reason why that we don't have a hate crime is because they feel like we can take care of ourselves, and we can take care of ourselves, but still we need one for the ignorant people, as well. You know what I'm saying? We can take care of ourselves, but then at a certain point, the things that we want to take our care of ourselves on, we can't that's of the laws that's put in place for us to take care of ourselves. So yeah, we need a hate crime. Most definitely need a hate crime. It need to be in place right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Everywhere you go, you gotta take your heat with you. When I go to the doctor's office, the only thing I have in my purse is my knife and my mace. Now, when I go to the hood over on the south side, now I got my heat. I got my heat in my purse. gangster and come out my purse. You hear me? That's what it's gonna be. And I said what I said. But other than that, I don't go nowhere where I got to just take my heat with me. You know what I'm saying? I got to still look over my show. I guess because I don't really go nowhere like that. Now, if I went to the club or something like that, if I was always out in the street, something like that, I'd probably I would take it because, you know, you just never know what you might run into, even on the freeway. You riding home in mind your own business in your own lane, and you got this sucker that come up, this old crazy sucker that come up and want to have an attitude with you and you in your car, and you know, y'all want to do some road rage with you and whatever. At that time, you need your heat in your car. You most definitely need your heat. You know, when you know you're gonna be in a atmosphere that's a violent atmosphere, and an atmosphere that you think may not go right, or you just never know about a motherfucker. Yeah, take that thing with you. You know what I'm saying? Can't never be more safe than being sorry. I do believe that. You can trust me on that. Trust me on that. Most definitely. Remember what y'all been hearing about the what the 100 men versus the gorilla? Y'all remember hearing about that? I wonder who came. Do anybody know who came up with that? This was a vibe. Hope to catch another live. Nice to meet you all. Stay safe. Okay, baby. You too, Roxanne. Come back again. Thank you for coming over here. But yeah, the gorilla. I wonder who started, but the gorilla, it's like a little comedy, I guess. He talking northern. He said he ain't taking no mess.
It's straight, right? You telling me there's folks out there saying 100 men could take me in a fight? Like real humans, not superheroes. Yeah. Just Steve from accounting and Chad from CrossFit. My morning workout is pulling trees out the ground just because they looked at me wrong. First off, I'm a gorilla, my guy. Silverback. 800 pounds of pure disrespect. My bench press is your car. One, my back muscles look like 2 bowling balls trying to hug. 2, I eat 40 pounds of salad a day and still got room for beef. And look at him. Todd's already Googling how to fake a coma. Derek just peed himself. And Kyle? Kyle's trying to offer me a vape as tribute. I'm not violent by nature, but if y'all line up 100 dudes thinking shit's sweet over here, that's 100 funerals in a TikTok documentary. Bottom line, don't test a gorilla that's got a podcast. I got hands and a platform. You'll catch both. Next question.
Now let's just be honest. Be honest. I don't think 100 men could whoop the gorilla. I don't care what nobody say. That gorilla would tear 100 men up one by one. He gonna throw them, chew them up, slam them, step on them, all that. I don't know who came up with that, but that was a nice theory for whoever came up with that theory. That was a nice one. That was a nice theory. I like that theory. And I saw it. I said, "Oh, that's cool." I said, "I haven't even seen that nowhere." Yeah, but he said, "Don't think it's sweet, cause it ain't gonna be nothing nice." The old gorilla said, "But hey, and believe you me, I believe him too. I don't think 100 men can whoop no gorilla. I don't know who came up with that theory or anything like that, but that's impossible. That's impossible. It's gonna be a bloodbath, a bloodbath." But anyway, y'all, shoot. I hope y'all staying cool. But anyway, if you stay in the neighborhood or something like that, and your mailman come by and deliver your mail, or the UPS or something like that, or Prime, which is Amazon, put some water outside in the cooler with some ice. Get some little peanut butter crackers or some little cheese crackers. You know, you just never know how the sun just drain your body. You know, those mail drivers riding those trucks that don't have no AC in there. You know what I'm saying? And they be hot and thirsty, and you be seeing them towels around their neck. You see what I'm saying? And so put a little water out there for them, you know, and get a small cooler. You know, ain't gonna take too much, you know. Put 4 little bottles of water in there, you know, 2 or 3 packs of little crackers and little cheese out there, and then give them a little energy, you know what I'm saying, and boost them back up. I seen a story on Facebook where this lady, She was a postman. She was a black lady. She was a postman. And she went to Starbucks, and she said every morning she packs her a lunch and she put water in her lunchbox. But this particular day she ran out of water, and when she went to Starbucks to ask and deliver their mail to them, and she asked them for some water, and the woman told them that they could not give her no water. They sure did. Yeah, they could not give her no water, and she did not get any water from there. So yeah. So as y'all be nice to y'all postmans and delivery drivers who out there in the heat working, out there in the heat, getting boost their energy back up. And I seen another story where a dog had overheated, and a lady didn't know what to do, and it was down on the ground. And it was like it was just suffocating, like it couldn't get no breath or something. Man came over, gave me some lemon juice or something, and did something to the dog, and gave the dog a bunch of water and stuff. The dog was dehydrated. I'm like, how can a baby be dehydrated? A puppy? Oh my God. I never seen a dog dehydrated till I seen that dog. So yeah, dehydration is really serious, and people do get unalive from dehydration. Even a dog get unalive from dehydration. That's why I tell you, keep putting the water outside for your dog. Sometimes some people put ice cubes in their dog water to make sure their water stay cool, make them have a cool drink of water going down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, shoot. But yeah, I was a little late, y'all. My bad. You know what I was doing? I messed around and had some wine, and I ate. My son cooked some dumplings. I ate dumplings, and I dozed off, and man, girl, snap, get up. You got a lot to do. I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. Just like in school, I'm late, but I'm here. But anyway, today is Sunday. I'll be back on Tuesday to talk about cash out, yeah. And Hulk Hogan, how the media is going off on Hulk Hogan. I didn't know that the media dislike Hulk Hogan so much. I never seen his name out there like that so much. I mean, man. Okay, Sarah. I didn't say I have never seen so many people have so much meanness toward Hulk Hogan. So we're gonna touch on some of that on Tuesday about the old Hulk Hogan and how Cash App messed around and got his mama mixed out into his mix with him. And I don't understand why she didn't just stop doing what she was doing. She knew it was wrong. Maybe she would have quit doing what she was doing. Maybe he would have stopped doing what he was doing. You just never know. But hey, we just never know what them rappers be doing behind closed doors. You see what I'm saying? And we just never knew what Diddy was doing behind his closed door, right? Right. But anyway, shoot, we could get up out of here. But anyway, y'all know our motto. How the hell you gonna love somebody you don't love yourself? Peace, and we out. Be back on Tuesday. Love you. I'll be back and working out. Check out my videos and check out me out in the morning time. Come and hang out with me in the morning time and give me some motivation and talk to me and cut up with me a little bit. Yeah. Okay then. I love y'all. Bye.